Hey everybody, I'm Matt Hill. I'm here in downtown. Hey, just a second. I'm going to ask. Hey, I'm Matt Hill.
Matt Hill, Lord Bailey Midkiff. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm downtown Denver for a reason. I'm trying to do some man on the street stuff. Have you ever seen these kind of videos?
I have. I think like a comedian, like a lot of comedians did it. They kind of like stop people, ask them questions, maybe some trivia, stuff like that. Yeah, so I kind of know what you're doing. I get the gist. All right,
well,
all right.
Some people are down here not going to think I'm a comedian or funny, so I'm going to get your,
opinion, maybe?
Opinion and temperature on this. I'm in oil and gas. Does that offend you?
That's awful. I mean, who would be in oil and gas?
Well,
they're just, they're just negative. Haven't you seen the publicity? All the information on the internet. I mean, word on the street is you guys are bad news.
Does everybody in Denver think like that?
I think there's a lot of that.
Okay.
It's going to be every state. I mean,
Well, this is why I'm doing this. I want to reach out to the the general public. Some of the homeless people here. I don't know your living situation, but you're in between, and I want to make sure that we, as an industry, reach out and start giving back to the community. So whatever you're into now.
I would say snowboarding, riding scooters downtown. I like all the, the cool stuff, right?
Denver's an amazing city, but I want you to know, from my perspective, when I come here, it's all run by amazing oil and gas people.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
How is this amazing, magical thing of fruition?
So what do you think about when you think about energy? Like, how does all this work? Where are you getting, just your daily everything from, just to live your life? Electricity.
I think it's magical, right? Yeah. I'm assuming the power plants are magical, right? They run on what was the word? I think Johnny Depp said it best. Fugazi, maybe.
That's
fairy
fair.
dust.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. It's not on an elemental chart. I mean, that's what I like to believe.
In the future, it may, but as of right now, there's a ton of people in all these, offices and out in the field, out in the middle of nowhere, really working hard to make sure that no matter your opinion, good or bad, you're going to have everything you need to, function and have flourishing for everything you do.
That's amazing.
Just something I want you to think about.
Yeah, don't put it in the back burner, right?
I'm in oil and gas, and I want you to think about, what might actually be versus what you see on the news.
Right. So you're telling me that the electricity, or maybe like hospitals, all the machines, the medicine, the hand sanitizers, and that's not all magical stuff.
Cars,
it comes from
buses, airplanes, shipping,
plastic bottles,
plastic.
Man, plastic's everywhere.
I want as I meet people out here to realize that unless you are determined to take off all of your clothes and walk into those mountains with nothing.
Like Mountain Man off Discovery Channel, something like that?
Rub 2 sticks together for heat and live without anything. That's pretty much your only alternative to not having oil and gas right now.
Right. Petroleum products sounds like it's key. It is bread and butter.
That's what I'm hoping to have accomplished out here. So if you got into oil and gas, what company do you think you'd work for? What would you do with them?
If I was in oil and gas, I would definitely work for Performance Pulsation Control, one of the best leading pulsation control companies on the market.
30,000 foot view, what would that company, offer its customers and as services and, tools?
So, from starting to upstream, them drilling rigs, from the initial start, those mud pumps, reciprocating pumps, they have pulsation dampeners. And that is a critical piece, to every little step. And then you go to midstream, pipeline companies, they use pulsation dampeners as well through the pipeline process. Downstream, there's a little bit of everything everywhere. If you have a recip pump, you use a pulsation dampener. And we are a one-stop shop to help you with those solutions.
Man, I like meeting people off the street who are sharp, quick on the uptake, and just coming up with something new that we hadn't even heard about.
Oh, that's amazing. That's what I agree with.
How many people would that company employ in oil and gas if you could, make a number up?
I would say it's got to, we could easily be the way oil and gas is growing. Let's go 2,000 by the end of the year.
Wow.
Just shoot for the big numbers, shoot for the stars.
Yeah. And Are there any job openings in said company as well?
There definitely would be in said company. Yes, from welders, fabricators, field technicians, maybe even some sales jobs in the Midland, Texas area. Yes, there would definitely be some openings.
Well, that's what we're hoping for in our industry in particular, and a lot of people out there don't realize our jobs aren't going away. We need more people than ever before. So, grab guys like this off the street and say, hey, you should come into oil and gas.
You should.
You're a critical part of what we could be.
You know, I've always said this, and you said it best. I mean, if you see somebody outside of your industry doing an outstanding job, you know, I've hired people at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, have you ever thought about a career further than what you have now? Because you obviously have the desire and want to do better. You know, here, how about fill this role for said company, or, you know, whatever the case may be. That is one thing I push, and I will always push, is our system isn't working. Sometimes you got to find the people. They're out there. You know, you guys are outside doing stuff. If you see somebody, take the time, stop.
Entertain them.
Yeah. Give them the opportunity. They might surprise you.
I mean, I was prepared for anything. I thought he could deck me at any moment.
Oh, I mean, I have been working out,
You know what I like about Denver? The peaceful people here.
That is fair. Well, luckily I'm not from Denver.
How do people get a hold of you and support what you're doing?
Oh, for sure. So Lord Bailey Midkiff, my phone number is 972-922-2048. And just for Matt Hill, being a good friend of mine, my bat phone number is 307-351-6578. And if you need anything, give me a shout.
No way.
There's other bystanders.
Yeah, and one of them is, you know, taking care of this guy tonight. He's a very lovable guy. Why wouldn't there be?
That is fair. That she has a lot on her plate.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
I promise you, she's really there. And congratulations on the newest member. Of the
I did,
family.
yes. And if nobody's known, and I had a new baby the 7th of this month, so it's really recent. So I mean, oil and gas never sleeps. So I'm out here with Matt, taking the time to make sure we let you guys know, keep you informed, and make it happen.
God bless you, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
This is what we do. Entertain you, we hope, or at least have, you know.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was funny.
Some laughs.
Yeah, you gotta have some fun. You gotta have some fun. I think they'll watch the whole thing now that it's kind of like a total
They'll
opposite.
never get this far, but take care. God bless.
Later.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
That was good.